Stepping up, and now pulling it downfield and digs it. He fights for the first down, but he lost the ball.
I might be wrong, but I'm always right. Sports. What's up? Quinton Johnson mocked to the Bills at 27.
Chasers.
Go over. Let's see if this is going to be a good pick or not. So he's 6'4".
Wow.
212 pounds. Last year in college, he had 60 receptions, about 1,100 yards.
Do it, I'm that boy. That's my boy. And I love to count. I'm that.
And 6 touchdowns, I believe, and 17.8 yards per reception. Before that, his college career was stagnant, right? So he's one of those players who only had one good year. He's extremely explosive. His scouting report says that some of the top concerns is his contested catches, that he drops them a lot. Now, when you compare him to Jordan Addison is only 5'11", 170-something pounds, right? I honestly believe the Bills do not need another 5'11", or 6-foot receiver. It's either they need a slot, maybe Jordan Addison could be a good slot receiver, right? But I'll go over him tomorrow. As of now, Quinton Johnson, people compare him to Deebo. He has 45 broken tackles and 108 catches, right? Now that's pretty good. And like I said, I'll go over Jordan Addison tomorrow, but comparing him to Addison and to JSN and to these other receivers, honestly, he most likely, well, you know what? If after doing my research on him, before I did my research on him, I thought for sure he would drop and he would be available around the 27th pick, right? After my research, and these teams are doing the same research, I believe he's the best receiver in the draft right now. I think because of JSN's season last year, that teams are probably going to go after him. But this dude, Quinton Johnson, he is an X receiver. He's that X factor like Mike Williams is for the Chargers. But this dude is Deebo. Imagine a 6-foot Deebo. Or 6'4" Deebo. Deebo's already 6 foot. Stupid retarded. Imagine a 6'4" Deebo.
Wow.
This dude is kind of like a Megatron, right? I know that's blasphemous, and I'm not saying it. I'm just saying he's like, right? A simile. He's like a Megatron. But I think if the Bills do not go after Hopkins, if the Bills do not trade for Hopkins, which I truly believe is their best option to compete for a Super Bowl, right? Because that window is closing, and it's closing fast. You can't compete with a 3-headed monster like Cincinnati when you do not even have a 2-headed monster, right? All right, so check it out. If the Bills draft for Hopkins, and they got Davis as that third receiver, that's when he's at his best. When when they don't expect him to be there. Gabe Davis is at his best at the third receiver position, and then you got Hardy, and then you got you got Stephon, of course. But if you had Hopkins, that's it, dude. That's the way to go. I truly believe the Bills have to go that route. If they don't, then they're in trouble. And if they do trade for him and they get rid of, they're going to have to get rid of Ed Oliver, right? That's $10 million they have to get rid of. Then I believe that they should draft a defensive player, that first-round pick. I would move down and pick up another pick because they only have 6 picks this year. Last year they had 9. And this year they have a lot of holes. Last year, not as many holes and 9 picks. Last year was the time for the Bills to move up in the first round, right? Trade some draft picks and move up and get that damn player they really wanted, right? They didn't do it. So I truly believe if they, actually thinking about it right now in my head, if they get Hopkins, I was going to say first round they should move back and get a linebacker or something. But actually, if they can get one of those tight ends, Michael Myers, good Lord, or Michael Mayer, everyone's going to call him Michael Myers because he's going to be slashing, ripping on fools. But yeah, man, I'm obsessed with Hopkins. I think that way he would be perfect, right? He's at this age. He will not be threatening to Diggs. Diggs won't be threatened by him at his age. And the damn dude catches everything, right? You want to compete with the Jets. There's no way the Jets are going to have a better record than the Bills this year. I'll throw up in my freaking cereal if that happens. It would piss me off, right? So we got to worry about Cincinnati and the Chiefs, right? People think the Chargers are moving up. I think the Chargers can't even get out of their own way, right? Their owner Day and Dean Spanos, they're beefing, and the Chargers are the Chargers don't have the ownership to do the things that need to be done to be successful right now, right? Lamar Jackson's beefing. So and the NFC is the NFC, right? Do a top 5 quarterbacks of the NFC, and do it with 2 of your other friends, and see how different your guys' list is, because it's not consistent like the AFC. But I believe the AFC. I believe that the Bills, Bengals, and the Chiefs are it. And if the Chiefs get Hopkins, I'm also going to throw up in my cereal, right? So Hopkins, you are the Buffalo Soldier. You have to come to Buffalo. Has to be done. Come in for a year, win a ring, right? Let all these teams know that you're still the same guy, and then get the bag next year, right? The year after that. So Quinton Johnson, I got off topic here. Quinton Johnson, I think he could be a great receiver. He is very quiet and reserved. He's more of an artistic type. He's into design graphics. He says he's quiet. He's not one of those loud receivers, like we see. Most of the superstar receivers are loud, borderline obnoxious, right? But it's because they're cocky and they're confident and their job is hard, and they should be. When you're doing the things they do and you're beating all these other top cornerbacks that get paid a bunch of money, and you're beating all the other receivers in the league, you should be cocky and confident, right? So we'll see if he is as good as they say, if he doesn't become cocky, but we'll see what happens, right? But I believe that the Bills, if they do not get Hopkins, of course, this is if they don't get Hopkins, not another receiver in free agency. It has to be specifically Hopkins. That's it. Hopkins or nothing. If it's not Hopkins, then yeah, draft Quinton. I think he's the best receiver who will be available in the draft, right? And I'll be surprised if he's there, but if he's there, get him. If they go after Hopkins, go after either the tight end, if the right one's there. If not, move back, get some more picks, and get someone on defense. That's what I truly believe the Bills should do. I might be wrong.
This is huge. I might be wrong. I'm never wrong. I'm always right in sports.